So, two Tennessee residents have started an online petition to rename the Nashville airport here in Tennessee after Dolly Parton. And this comes after Republicans tried to get it renamed after Donald Trump. We covered that here on the channel. So many of the stories of their Trump worship, wanting him on Mount Rushmore and on the money, and a third term, and renaming airports and bridges and roads after him. Two Tennessee residents, Dion and Lydia Popovic, have started this petition. You can go right here to change.org and find this petition and sign it. And I highly encourage everyone to do so. Rename the Nashville International Airport to Dolly Parton International Airport. Right now, as the time of this video, it's got 8,863 signatures. You see, folks, Dolly Parton is a patron saint in our part of the world, and she's somebody that brings people together. People from all walks of life and all different political backgrounds and different religious backgrounds will pretty much come together in agreement that that Dolly Parton is a good person. Whenever I've heard anyone say anything bad about Dolly Parton, I've immediately wrote them off. It's just like that's one thing you just don't do in this part of the world is run down Dolly Parton. And a lot of times the people that have been stupid enough to do it, I felt like they were just trying to do a hot take to have some sort of flash in the pan kind of moment, because anybody in their right mind can look at Tennessee and the surrounding area and see all the good deeds that Dolly Parton has done. And she's a person who brings people together and doesn't divide people. And whether you love Donald Trump or hate him, and I know a lot of people love him, he is a very divisive figure. He is someone that would, to me, I would be ashamed to tell people to land at the Donald Trump airport in Nashville. I would much rather be able to say, hey, be sure to meet me at the Dolly Parton International Airport, because Dolly Parton represents the best of us. I'm going to read you this article just to break down some of the good deeds that she's done over the years. She's someone who's always gave back to her community. And again, she's someone who's brought us together and always taught love and acceptance, and for us to all get along and love each other. And I think if you're going to rename an airport, and I'm not saying this is the biggest issue we should even be worried about, but if you're going to do it after somebody that we can all agree is a good person, and not some divisive political figure who's left such a massive stain on our country. But before I go off on a rant about how awful he is, let's talk about how good Dolly is and the good deeds that she's done. And folks, I want to thank you so much for supporting what it is that I do here on the channel. And if you haven't already, be sure and hit that subscribe button as we cruise toward 1 million subscribers. I truly appreciate everyone for your support. But here we go. This right here is a list of Dolly Parton's most charitable moments, from the Dollywood Foundation to the natural disaster donations. You can always count on Dolly to come to our aid whenever anyone's in need. But so in 2022, Parton was honored with the Carnegie Medal of, I can't say that word, for her decades of good deeds, and gushed over how proud she was to receive the recognition. Her acts of kindness includes the creation of the Dollywood Foundation and donating funds to vaccine research. RFK Jr. is going to be pissed. After the coronavirus pandemic outbreak in 2020. She said, "What an honor it is to be here. I'm just really honored and proud to be amongst these great people. All these great things to help the world, as they say. I just give from my heart. I never know what I'm going to do or why I'm going to do it. I just see a need, and if I can fill it, then I will." And that's the way a person should be. But right here, when we go to 1988, in 1988, Parton launched her nonprofit organization, the Dollywood Foundation, in April of '88 in Sevierville, Tennessee. The goal was to increase the number of local high school graduates and decrease the dropout rate. The song Jolene also created the Buddy program, which gave $500 to every 7th and 8th grader in the area who finished high school. The initiation was successful, with the dropout rate going from 35% to only 6%, according to the foundation's website. Then in 1991, as part of her successful theme park Dollywood, Parton opened the Eagle Mountain Sanctuary. The space spans 30,000 square feet and is managed by the American Eagle Foundation shelters to ensure the safety of bald eagles. In 1995, the musician expanded the Dollywood Foundation with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. Now, this one really, strikes a chord with me, because all of my kids read these books. The program gives children under 5 a book monthly to help with literacy and further learning in all areas of the country and internationally. In 2018, Parton reached a milestone as the Imagination Library sent out its 100th 100 millionth book. And stop and think about all the books that the right is constantly trying to ban. And here's Dolly always encouraging kids to read. And like I said, that one means a lot to me and my family because all my kids love those books. In 2000, the foundation began giving 5 scholarships of $15,000 dubbed the Dolly Parton Scholarship to Sevier County high school seniors to help students continue their studies at accredited university. The scholarships are for students who have a dream they wish to pursue and who can successfully communicate their plan and commitment to realize their dreams. In 2007, Parton once again gave back to her community by helping raise $500,000 for the Sevier County Hospital by putting on a benefit concert. Dolly Parton and Parton's Dixie Stampede Dinner Theater each pledged $250,000, totaling $1 million for the fundraiser. The funds were used to open the LeConte Medical Center, which is a hospital and cancer center, in 2010. And going on down here in 2016, following the devastating wildfires in Tennessee that tore through the Great Smoky Mountains, Parton created the My People Fund under her Dollywood Foundation umbrella. The fund distributed $1,000 a month for 6 months to families who lost their main residence. The foundation revealed in 2017 that more than $12 million was raised and distributed to those in need during the past year. And I remember that, folks. I had some friends, musician friends of mine, that lost their homes and everything they had, and a lot of us were putting on benefit concerts back then to try to help with that because that was a true disaster. And Dolly was right there sending money out to families as though she's the president or as though she's the governor. She just takes it upon herself, like she said. If she sees a need to fill, she just does it. Which is what a good person would do. In 2017, after releasing her children's album, I Believe in You, Parton donated $1 million to the Vanderbilt University Hospital Center, Monroe Carell Jr. Children's Hospital. The donation was made in honor of Parton's niece, who was treated for leukemia at the hospital. Then in 2020, the spring of 2020, Parton was one of many celebrities who designed a spatula for the Williams-Sonoma's collection of charitable kitchenware. Parton's design helped earn money for the company's annual Cook for a Cause campaign. That same year, the actress made headlines for donating money to coronavirus research following the worldwide pandemic spike. Parton gave $1 million to assist Moderna's vaccine research, which was reported to be 94.5% effective against the virus. I'm just happy that anything I could do to help someone, Parton said today, told today at the time. When I donated the money to the COVID fund, I just wanted to do good. Evidently it is. Let's just hope we find a cure real soon. Then in 2021, when Tennessee's Humphreys County experienced unprecedented flooding and damage, Parton stepped up to raise over $700,000 to get people back on their feet. Parton's Dollywood and Pigeon Forge Dinner Shows properties gifted a portion of their ticket sales during the October 2021 dates to benefit the United Way of Humphreys County. Parton's late friend Loretta Lynn was responsible for the choice and charity. After the Sevier County wildfires in 2016, Loretta was one of the first who reached out to offer anything she could, Parton said. It meant so much to me that Loretta, like many folks, were ready to give in any way that they could. This was just one small way I could help Loretta's people for all they did to help my people. I mean, again, this is if you're going to name an airport after somebody, this is the person to do it for. Earlier that year, Parton revealed that she had used some of the royalties from Whitney Houston's cover of her song "I Will Always Love You" to give back to a black neighborhood in Nashville. It was mostly just black families and people that lived there, Parton said in an August 21 interview. It was a whole strip mall, and I thought this is the perfect place for me to be, considering it was Whitney. She continued, I just thought she was great. I'm going to be down there with her people, who are my people as well. And so I just love the fact that I spent that money on a complex, and I think this is the house that Whitney built. Then in 2022, we're not done. 2022, Parton announced in February that Dollywood, through its operating partner, Hershend Enterprises, would start covering 100% of tuition fees and book costs for any employee who is going to college to further their education. In 2024, Parton pledged $1 million to Mountain Ways Foundation, which helped East Tennessee communities that were impacted by Hurricane Helene. Her donation will be matched by her companies, which included the Dollywood Foundation and Dollywood Parks and Resorts. The East Tennessee natives shared that she would be making donations in partnership with Walmart. So, yeah, if you're going to be naming an airport, here in Tennessee after anyone, it should be Dolly Parton. After all that, folks, you know, I don't know no other case to make for that. And so again, if you go to the if you go over to change.org, you can sign that petition. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put the link here in the video, because I'd like to see more people do this. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if it'll actually, make a difference, or if it would work, but I think we should do it. I think it's something we should do. Don't take no time to do it. So just go over there and sign your name. And if that was to happen, that would be a great thing. I started to go down a list of all the bad things that Donald Trump has done, but I do that every day here on the channel. And I have a feeling that Dolly Parton would just probably, even someone as rotten as Trump, she would probably choose to love him and pray for him. So, we're not going to go back down and go down that rabbit hole of talking about all his bad deeds. But if we're going to rename an airport here in Tennessee, I can't think of anyone better to rename it after than Dolly Parton.